Hey, I'll be showing you how I style my Ray wig in this video. In part 1, I showed you how I do my makeup. So I got my wig and I got my wig cap. I'm using this type of wig cap which is made from a netted material, and this is my absolute favorite type of wig cap. The one that's made from a stocking material I simply don't like because I can't reach down my hand in the middle part and move my hair around. So you'll see me placing it on my head, and then I'm gonna start moving around the hair. I want to divide it evenly all over my head so there are no big bumps of hair anywhere. Next, I'm grabbing my Urban Decay Heat palette and I'm just going into a really dark color, the same color as my wig, and I'm gonna be shading in my own hair so that it's the color of the wig. Why do I do this? My wig is a little bit tiny, and if it rides up, I don't want any of my gray or light hair to be showing. So I do this as kind of a precaution, and it's also a major pet peeve of mine when people are wearing wigs and they're just riding up and you see their own hairline at the front and the back. So I do everything to make sure that none of my own hair is showing, and if it is, it's going to be the right color for the wig. So I place the wig on my head, and you'll see me in a second pinning down the back of the wig first. So I just very carefully, without ruining any of the styling, I just place it on my head. And I'm grabbing this wide bobby pin. I love these wide bobby pins for wigs because they really keep your wig in place. And I'm using a pinning method where I pin down and then I pin upwards. So I change direction and grab a lot of my own hair, and this is really going to keep your wig in place. I'll be showing it more closely later when I'm pinning down the front, so you can really see this technique. I also have another video on back pinning with wide bobby pins, so I'll leave a link to that as well. So once I have everything secured in the back, I'm ready to glue down the front of this lace front wig. I'm using Mastic Spirit Gum glue, and with this glue you just lay down a line, and what's really important is to allow the glue to cure and set. So I just leave it for 30 to 40 seconds and just allow it to activate with the air, and you can blow on it or take some air on it. I'm just fanning my face to speed up the process. And what I do now is I'm tapping the glue to make sure that it's tacky, and I'm just kind of activating it with my finger so it's ready for the wig. So I pull down the wig and I place it where I want it on my forehead, and Ray has a slightly shorter forehead than me, but I did think that I cut too much off the length of my face, so you'll see me pull back the wig a little bit because she has a shorter forehead than me, but she does have proportionally a decently sized forehead, so you'll see me pulling it back a little bit. And you can do this while the glue still hasn't completely grabbed hold of your wig. You can move it around for the first minute or so. Otherwise, I would recommend taking it off completely and then putting down a new layer of glue and resetting it in place. So I'm grabbing the wide bobby pin, and you'll see me finding a spot where I can pin down, and I'm pinning down and then I'm changing direction and I'm just pressing the bobby pin upwards instead. So that way it's really gonna sit nicely in place. Now I'm laying down some more Spirit Gum glue, and I'm just laying it down on the sides, and I am adding a little bit of glue to my own hair. I don't recommend it, but as I said, this wig is a bit tiny, so I had to do it, and it's such a pain to get that Spirit Gum out of your hair, and you'll just have it sit there for days and days until until you can kind of pull out clumps of glue. So the first bun that I'm styling, you'll see that I only grabbed hair from the crown, the top part of the head. So everything above the red line is hair you want to grab for the first bun. I already had this wig styled, but I style it every single time I wear it. So just create a ponytail using a black thin or clear elastic. and set it lower on your face. You don't want the first bun to be showing when you're just looking straight at a camera or straight at people. You don't want them to be able to see the first bun, so place it a bit lower. The technique I'm using is that I'm rolling up the hair, just rolling it, and then I'm twisting it around itself. And you'll be twisting in the same direction as you're rolling, otherwise that whole twist is gonna undo. But this way you can create some really cute buns that just sit in place. And I'm just grabbing a clear elastic, a thin elastic, and I'm just setting that in place. For the second bun, I'm grabbing all the hair that's within the red lines, and I am creating a ponytail again. And this one just has to sit kind of in the middle of the two, of the top and the lower bun, just sort of in the middle. And you'll see me rolling up the hair all the way to the end and then wrapping it around itself in the same direction. So this time I'm going right. You can go left if you prefer that. So grab the rest of the hair, create a low ponytail. Be careful not to make it too tight because you don't want to pull the hair away from the nape of your neck and reveal a lot of your own hair. The last step is that I'm gluing down these tufts of hair that she has by her ear to kind of cover up the rest of my own hair that was showing. I'm adding the spirit gum, waiting until it's tacky, and then I'm just pressing down the hair so that it sits in place. And that's basically it for my wig. The tufts of hair I styled with my straightening iron by just wrapping them around the iron while it wasn't completely hot and just pulling it outwards. I really hope you liked this tutorial. Make sure to leave a comment or a like or subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. This is some footage from the last time I wore my Ray costume. So it's not from the same day, but I was rushing for a photo shoot, so I didn't get a chance to record it for this time, so I didn't have like a finished look. So I just cheated a little bit. I took a video clip from the last time I wore it. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Bye.